Howdy, it is day 6 of designing one t-shirt graphic in each day for 30 days straight. With the word feed yesterday, we designed a really cool graphic. Today we're going to extract another word from a word online generator. The word is storm. If we arrived at 40 comments or 50 likes, the great reset will be activated, meaning that I will need to design one graphic for one day in just 10 minutes. Good for me since I will have the day free, but bad because the quality may suffer. But let's be honest, I don't think I will be able to create a graphic in 10 minutes. Let's change a bit the topic since I already know that it will be impossible to just hit that milestone there. So what I'm doing here is that I grabbed this really nice painting by a friend of mine. It's called Jesse Van Dun, shout out to him. And I really like this dough, if it's called dough. So what I wanted to do is to include in the storm design this as the main topic and as the main character, since I want to do like a contrast between the storm, so something bad and dark, with this beautiful white bird. As always, I'm cutting out the outline of this graphic here. What I'm trying to do is to cut it really nicely, even if it's a little bit difficult in this graphic here, since there's blue as a background, and so it's pretty difficult to really separate it that well, since it's actually a painting. So then I will just refine it with the rubber tool in Photoshop. For the style of this t-shirt, I want to make it a really minimalistic style in a way that the actual painting of this bird can express by its own the graphic, rather than putting really big fonts that shout storm. So what I will need to do is that I will need to merge the idea of a storm with this bird. Usually the birds go away when a storm comes in and go in the opposite way of the storm. So I will need to put maybe a storm on the background with some clouds, some rainy clouds, just to make it clear that there's the word storm inside it. And maybe I shall put even a quote which is like pretty dramatic for a storm, but maybe when a storm comes in and you're in a life and death situation and you're with some people, you'll say everyone for himself or something like that. I'm thinking also of putting this quote here with a fancy and minimalistic font rather than a bold font, just to complement the light touches of this painting. In this part here, I'm still refining the blue touches that I forgot, well, not I forgot, that were difficult to remove with the other removal of the background method used before. And now we have a really nice bird that we need to use for our graphic. So this will be the main subject of it. By the way, I'm not gonna sell this design just because it wouldn't be fair to my friend that made it. Here I'm just adding some filters. Here I'm just adding a filter which suits, in my opinion, the best this painting and sparks really the details in this painting. So here we have it. The colors are perfect. What I'm going to do now is add the storm, which will be in the background. Here I still need to decide which actual cloud to use, since there are many options for the clouds. I don't really like this cloud here since it's too white, it's only one color, so maybe then I will add a color over it. This cloud here is perfect. I like the big shape of it, and it's perfect for a storm. Here I just changed the color to a more blue and dark color rather than only white, since white on a t-shirt white it wouldn't show. So using this blue, it's more of a storm. And then even with all the filters that I added before with the painting on top of the cloud, it will be more real and more attached to the actual painting of the bird. Now it's time to add the words that I will need to add, otherwise it would be too simple. At the start I thought to put just storm, to just straight up tell that the word is storm, but as you can see it's horrible. I hate it. I don't like it. So I decided to put this quote here that is very famous in Italian, every man for himself, which I don't know if it translates that well, but the concept is there. So once there is a situation, a life and death situation, people generally say every man for himself. So I decided to put it with this elegant font. I really like it, and it really suits the painting. I think if I add a paragraph on the bottom of that phrase, it will be really nice. So I thought of two things. The first one, just search some information about the dangerousness of the storms. The other one is just to put the placeholder text for this 30-day challenge. So I decided to put the thunderstorm / storm dangerousness text, since it would fit best the graphic itself. Moreover, I think that even with the phrase every man for himself, and even with the addition of this paragraph of the dangerousness of the thunderstorms, it really rings a bell. At least for me, it rings a bell, thinking that maybe the bird is here to save you from the storm. There's no right or wrong answer. At the end, to finish this design, I'm just adding some clouds that go under the wings, as if the clouds were getting the bird. To finish things up, I will add some streetwear objects and elements, such as these stars here, just a little bit scattered around to make it more streetwear. Here you go. Now that we finished this design, we are going to rate it with the famous 4 criterions. You can comment down below your vote for this graphic here. Hopefully you're not gonna activate the Great Reset. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you tomorrow with a new banger video. For now, stay creative and safe. Bye bye.